Kenya is currently undertaking multi-billion shillings projects that collectively would run into trillions of shillings. Due to the size of the local financial institutions, it becomes harder for them to provide finance to these rather capital-intensive projects. For instance, the 327 billion shillings standard gauge railway, the 2 trillion shillings LAPSSET project, as well as the geothermal energy generation, which cost on average 250 million shillings just to drill one well.
Yes, the country requires stronger capitalized banks. That's what will make a change overall if you're thinking about big projects, roads, airports, ports, housing. If the country wants to build 100,000 homes in 2 to 3 years, you need banks with bigger capital size.
For that reason, the National Treasury had proposed to increase the minimum core capital for banks from 1 billion shillings to 2 billion shillings by the end of 2016, 3.5 billion shillings by the end of 2017, and ultimately 5 billion shillings by 2018. This decision the Kenya Bankers Association concurred with, saying consolidation will be key.
Look at the focus for the industry. Most of the banks will reach the capital requirements by 2018.
The members of parliament have, however, rejected this bid, saying it will make it harder for ordinary mwananchi to access capital.
This amendment is locking out Kenyans from venturing into the financial sector. So I totally support. We must have more Kenyan banks.
Madam Chair, what it effectively means that only the existing banks shall prosper and basically become a class that is a monopoly.
Further, the legislators argue that increasing the amount of money banks can hold in hand will be unfriendly towards the expansion of the financial market, instead proposing a further slash of the core capital to 500 million shillings from 1 billion shillings.
I actually want to propose a further amendment that we reduce the capital requirement to 500 million so that most of our microfinance institutions that can actually move into being banks can be.
Madam Chair, if we try and increase the minimum core capital for banks, we are going to start creating monsters in this country. And these monsters are the ones that are going to be handling all the financial issues in this country.
This comes a fortnight after the central bank differed with the Treasury on the same, saying the regulation should be capital versus risk focused. Ronaldo Willie, Business Insight.